eat human being, you honor oath and tell the truth because yes.
The question is clear coming in. You see, from 1990, every one of us were afraid to even do such. And you understand? We were afraid. But after, when Charles Taylor, when they drove off from Banga to Ganta, when Charles Taylor was addressing himself to Reverend White, put a 2 Nissan Jeep on when the engine was beating, told Reverend White, say, you don't listen to my generator sound over BBC. That was his time. It was some sacrifice, and including Charles Taylor himself. All those who they put all information that day to go attack in Banga, they brought the human meat, piece.
It was done or it was raw?
Done, piece. When they brought this, he was the first, took the labor and threw it. From there, everybody entitled to piece. Of the labor or the human being? Please, audience, I didn't ask you to join me. So if you can't keep quiet, you not to answer question, you not on an oath. Yeah? And if y'all make noise, we just ask you outside. I'm talking to the witness. Okay. It was some sacrifice for securities. Please see who talking to disturb or interfere. Please answer the question here. Yeah, it was some sacrifice after Banga 4. And during Charles Taylor administration, you don't go by instruction, you are Konapo. To go first in Banga, I don't say they say, I say my very self saw the human meat, the cook a, now with pan butter, now with no leaf, real soup, with the grease on top. I think we were 3 squats. How much make a squat? Because I don't 11, know what it made. I mean, we were carrying 16. 16 make a squat. Yeah, commando so squat. 3 times 16, 3 times 6, 18, 3 times 1, 3. So there were 48 persons. 16 and 3? Yeah, 48. Yeah. Okay. But apart from these 48 men that were information to go engage Banga, all the other rest that were surrounding Charles Taylor, every one of them, we share that sacrifice that day, that human meat, including, I don't say they say, Charles Taylor says, put first the bare hand inside the pen and took the labor. You understand? Yeah. From there, we were single file. First squad inland, when you take you in you more, you pass until the 48 men finish the remainder that remain in the pen. Those who were guiding him, all of them share. Before we could leave in 94 to come to Bela. Yes. Now. On that day, I just want a little more clarification. You say it was a sacrifice. So the person who was doing the sacrifice, like whoever was doing it, because if it was sacrifice, there had to be somebody there who was carrying on the sacrifice. Was the person, man or woman, were they there? The person who was doing the sacrifice to say to make the sacrifice, were they there? Were they present too? The person who was doing the sacrifice? At that time, we were on the formation to the hospital way there, and while we were marching coming to come and get ready to go in Banga,
The dish was there already.
Oh, the food
Were there already to Charles, right before Charles Taylor resident in Ganta.
okay. Now you say y'all were walking, going there. When y'all got there, y'all the
I
pen
said from
was sitting
information.
down. Yeah.
From information, they put the squad in line with single file.
Yeah. So they all in single file going. When y'all got there, y'all saw the pen. How many pen were it? Was just one pen? Or the pen had this
One
way?
big top.
One big top.
Big top.
What
Full.
color was the top?
Huh?
Zinc top? Zinc top or
No,
pen?
rubber top.
Oh, rubber.
Big one.
Rubber pen top.
Yeah.
What color was it?
Blue.
Blue rubber
Top.
top. So it only had soup. It didn't have rice.
No.
Only the soup.
Yeah.
Okay. And you say, well, human being in that pen. How you know it was not cow meat, or it was not issue, the thing they call issue dog meat, or any kind of meat, except how did you know it was human being meat? Did they have bones in there too, or just flesh, or what? How you know it was human being blood?
I know it by the hand, by the finger. Human finger is different from monkey finger, neither from bamboo finger.
Okay.
You see human being, you will know straight that human being. And it was not something to take out the skin, only the hair. They took it off. But they only split it two times.
So there were 2 fingers on one side and 3 fingers on the
on
other.
one side. Yeah. Were just hanging.
So how many fingers were there in our pen?
10.
10 fingers.
Yeah.
Okay. Since you were in single file, 48 persons, and he went first and took the liver. You were in single file, so you were around, or you were standing.
No.
So how you know?
We start marching towards the pen was turning the day.
Yeah.
Something, okay, we single file from over there. After Charles Taylor said was standing here, that is rubber, the pen was before him. After we reached, he called everybody attention, we get in attention, from there we get in parade rest, he briefed all.
What was the briefing?
Okay. He told all that it's time for us to join in guerrilla life. And now enemy has taken over Banga. So there will be a time. He don't want for no one to be afraid of human being. There will be some area, there will be no food. You will use scary soil to be food to survive in battle. And from there, to be brave, you know, he explained a lot. Until while talking, he himself put his hand. Big state, long state was there because cold spoon can't reach under the soup. Big state was inside, he turned it until he took the liver. Salad. So from there, he put it in his mouth. We all was the squad team commander. We came in single file. First squad went through the same thing. When you go, you return, you stay inside, you take your piece, you go. You take your piece, you go. While going, you don't go on your own. You go in line to listen to the loud breathing. That's how we ate the human being.
So it looked like you only took the pieces out of the soup, but the soup still remain, the water still remain.
More remain, but I don't see those who were around that day, they were many, and more people, because we left the pen. After that, we stood up by the car that's supposed to escort us to Bela. Yeah, but we saw the group now, everybody was going, sharing, you know, before we went and get to Bela and engage enemy from Gamun Junction.
Okay, that was that one occasion. So whenever y'all went out into battle and y'all didn't get seafood to eat, and your enemies, because you just told y'all were fighting for your enemies, did any occasion when you went to battle after that day you ate human being?
After we captured Banga, to be frank, there was no serious war that will cause for us not to see food. So we used to see food, so there was no way to eat human being, and we captured Banga. He went back to his mansion, so that's how the eating of the human being starts.
All right. How many times did Banga fall?
Banga for the serious one was one, but Banga for 2 different times. The first one, the attend, we repair it. The second one, we were not around because Chad state of government that was, you know, some kind of chameleon operation. Any county you're reaching, he will downside those who come in. The citizen of that place, he select them. Yeah.
Now, the second time, the major time, you have called many, you remember a lot of times, dates, and years. So can you tell me, for the record, what year was it that Banga, you know, this major one, the first one you repel it, but the one that Banga fell, what year was it? And were you there when Banga fell?
When Banga fell, I was not there. At that time, I was when Banga fell, I was we were to Tuzon. That time Za was a son there. We were facing battle with Blue Diamond, and some of the commanders then were there. Yeah.
Blue Diamond, who named Blue Diamond?
There's some word name.
For who now? What was
for LPC.
LPC?
Yeah.
There was somebody there named Blue Diamond?
Yeah, there was somebody there called Blue Diamond, Zikwe, and all. But right to where the quota end, right to Zoe, to that creek, there were we and Blue Diamond. Then compromise with one another. He start going some way, then we take over Grandida.
So you say your compromise, come right back. Our LPC.
Yeah.
The Blue Diamond, you were there, and then
let's say we share bullet now.
Your share bullet and your made friends that be no from testimony.
No, we don't make friends.
Well, how you say you
when
compromise?
I say compromise means when you know you are big brother, you just give him chance to taste it that these are some of the compromise at war.
You gave him chance to do what?
Gave him chance to take over. Then once you take over the place, man, you compromise with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it comes right back to what we say, that this war, we have people against each other, for each other, against each other. So, because common border and people speak the same language. So when Banga fell, you were in Tuzon.
Yeah. That's it.
When Banga was recaptured, listen, when Banga came back for the recapture of Banga, were you there? When Banga,
When Banga fall,
when
that's the time.
NPFL will recapture Banga, were you
When
there?
Banga fall, that's the time they call Ben to carry us in Banga. At that time, all the Jingo, all the people are escaped with their status. They now go to Ganta. That's the time they call us from Grand Jide. And when we went there, the following day before the sacrifice I'm talking about, it exists before going to Banga.
And then Banga, we all were able to get Banga back, right?
Yeah.
Now, what year was it?
Banga 494.
Yeah, 94. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay, but you know, my concern now, that's why I talk about dates, because you talk about date 1990, 19 dates, 1997, 2000. That's why I'm very good with dates. And you told us about this eating of the sacrifice with all of y'all, with Taylor, the commander there. And then Banga, the next day y'all eating and Banga, y'all went Banga or recapture. But from the information we have, from the testimony we've been getting here and the research, somebody came here. Banga fell. When Banga fell, Charles Taylor was in Ghana. And Charles Taylor stayed in Ghana until Banga was recaptured.
No.
Before he came to Banga.
No. Charles Taylor was in Ghana when Banga fell. When he came, he went there to Cali Mission in Ganta. He was established there where he's left as a mission. When Reverend Ware asked him, but where are you speaking from? Over BBC. That's the time they put a 2 Nissan Jeep on, the engine was beating. He said, Reverend Ware, don't be stupid. You don't listen to my generator sound behind my mission. Yes, but he don't remain in Ghana for Banga to be captured. No.
All right now, so we have 2 versions. The research department investigated and other people have to clarify this. Yeah, you know, so
No.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Because now we have different versions and I just wanted to know that date when it happened with the eating of the food, the meat, and how you march into that. Thank you very much. The other commissioner will ask
Commissioner, look, those who come in here, dodging here and there, these are the people they don't want for the free activity to finish from this country here. When I'm talking to you, I mean it. And from what I'm saying, I don't want to make friends with no one to establish anything. If it was so, I can't explain anything in duty from here and come back here to stand before you. Because I have more things to think on, and here is my country, so I don't get nothing on Haiti and Ghana.
Okay.
Thank you.
We hope anyone Yeten will come to clear his name, Kadiatu Tarami, and one who said Paul Luo, that the Luo man, George Chua should come, and also Prince Johnson. And you talk about peanut butter.
No, but with Prince Johnson, you know, when they established NPFL, I was not with him. I told you when we were with Prince Johnson through chastity order, what Prince Johnson do is we were the soldier honor him. He don't allow soldier to loot. He don't allow for soldier fighting men to go around women. And you understand? But the time the segregation exists for he to establish NPFL, I don't know about that.
All right.
But with the NPFL, all the staff that you will call their name, when I know something about them, I will explain it. I can explain about Joe Toa well. I explain about Ben well. I explain about who else. You know, they are many, and when we be talking, maybe some of them name will come.
Oh, I should be finished. Sometimes when you sit, because see how you talk. Sometimes when you say, do you have what they call a flashback? That means, do you sometimes sit down and what happened during the time it come to your face? You see certain things, you remember it come back, and how do you feel like someone experiences what you did?
Commissioner, I told you, and I will keep on telling you that these are some of the experiments that I want for you to believe me that some you talk there. And you understand? I don't get nothing big to bring flashback to concentrate on it. Even the way we sitting here, I can show you to say that Operation Day, I can put my head on chopping board, bullet can enter here. So I don't thinking say something can cut my mind or do such. No. I live my normal life.
You live your normal life. And what you did between the period 1990 to 2003, do you regret any incident, one incident, 2 or 3? Is there any regret, sorry, or to anybody that you did something wrong to, that you killed? I'm talking about wrong. That you killed, that you looted, or did you rape, or anything?
What happening here? I don't rape. You see, I'm an African. I'm African man. I don't fasten woman. Even the way I'm sitting down, if you are going to know me, you will know me. But being that you don't know me, that's why you asking. I don't rape, and moreover, I don't lose. I don't get riches from war. I'm a man. When that day's billing I won, when I get it, I pass. And you understand? So, I mean, the only thing that we say to Liberian people, because killing is not war, you point the whole city is not war. You know what is war? Okay. The sound of the weapon made war. Now the way we sitting down, you hear say, oh, 15 men now enter Douala, the killing come here. We all men here will, get up to prepare ourselves to go destroy the murderer. But they say war coming. You sit down here, you hear racket sound across there. First of all, the sound of that racket will make you run. So with all that, that is what we will just appeal to our country people for bygone to be bygone. But I'm regretting of my late sister and my few brother, even that the big one that behind Prince Johnson, Commodore Moses here. Then we wanted to kill him long time from Banga. Even when he was battalion commander, Ben pulled him behind USC camp. They wanted to kill him. So these are some of the things. But the only thing I got is be sorry. Bygone should be bygone. We should establish normal life. To be better Liberia is above all. And mostly what make me, I don't want to work for the government now. I'm sitting down. All those who making more, talking days, war coming so, and that day I will work for government. But I believe the talking here that one more say, but ain't not ever again. Okay. And Liberia will remain a peaceful country after the TRC.
So you promise that now you will defend the country, Liberia, defend the constituted authority, defend the people, defend the property. If anyone should come to invade our country, or if anyone within our borders want to come to attack, then that's when you will defend.
Of course.
As a Liberian.
Yes.
Patriotic one.
Yes.
But you say bygone or be bygone. That's a word we heard. But
because of the
this forgiveness, this to show that you sorry, they call it or what called contrite heart. Sorry. That way, yes, you kill somebody. Yeah, many you kill. You have to kill as you made it, you kill enemy or not. And even that enemy that you killed, they were within the borders here. Do you feel sorry about that? Because killing is killing. And since they really pronounce war or certify you for battle, killing is killing. And under Liberian law, murder, you gotta wait for no court, a special court to be put up on the books. Since I was born in the 50s. I was born meeting the law on the book for killing. If you kill, the charges under the Liberian law. So we got to even wait for to come face some paper or so. So you kill. And those who kill, what do you want us to recommend for them?
Let me be bold and tell you, I will only tell the Liberian people the death of those who hunger kill, the death of those some general today get riches out of the war by looting their friends and things, killing some of them. One other representative, her horse right before Joel Howard Taylor place there.
You know any, eh?
Yeah, that one lady, I wanted that Riverside representative, the late Joy Duana and some group went there to go raise the woman. Luckily, I was in town that day. I went for her rescue. And all what I'm talking in town here, with all what they were talking, I was basing right to Manitown in Corway. And I told you from the starting, most of my soldiers that were Mani, Gisi, including Mandingo. And the Mandingo boy were encouraged by my friend Abu Keita. And these people that I'm naming, like Abu Keita, Vamuma Sherry, another Sherry from Freetown, Taliban, who was my advisor, I encouraged them for them to go Sierra Leone for testimony against the act. So me, I have Liberia on heart. So, I mean, after the TRC, I don't see no one for that matter, even though God come first. God come first. To say, you will bring war here, this, that. But the reason why I don't want to even be with army, police, because I don't like to be on no other again. I have my own plantation, it's beneficial to me. I have my own farm work to do, it's beneficial to me. I have 27 children, I'm concentrating about them, 2 in United States to Atlanta, Georgia. And out of these 26 children, I born 2 by one Canadian called Black King, Lydia, from Canada. So
She was white or black?
white. So, I mean, I'm only concentrating. I was somebody who don't like they play. I could have stayed there and join the army and forget about Liberia. And moreover, my mother living, I'm not expecting war in this place. Yes, and I will not back no one. I think last before year, I heard rumor, people say, they say, Ben coming with war, Ben coming with war. I called the honorable superintendent, I say, when Ben for on the Nima land, you execute me. Yes. Even when Ben come in this country, he don't come on the atmosphere of government, he come by himself that the same day it will happen to him because okay, like Google people that today they will represent all the John Yomi, Azive, the guy they just left all to battlefront, they incite each other, they jockey the people then behind all. So mainly are on their back, and in case of anything, I believe I'm going to be first man to engage them before government comes. Yes, I can give you the surety.
No, but I hope you keep your cool, and we want to encourage that, because killing is killing. And if somebody know that life is being threatened under international law, whatever it is where they are, they can ask, say, if I go back, people will kill me.
Because he did by, and where
So-
he did by, you can't enter there. Okay, you
So
see
then
what
people
made
will
him
let him
brave
stay
to
where
come
he
here?
is because of threat of his life here.
Honorable Commissioner, let me tell you, I can sit down here, the boys then that were with me, they are some of the evidence, OJ, Jeff Doe, Bombla, MC Solar, Heavy D. You know, these children, they were with me suffering without getting nothing. And from there, even Momon said where they came, where he people to YWCA. I was there last year. I went and told Armstrong's daughter from Jewel Howard Taylor. Oh, the people don't want good people, then they want keep people daughter, and she turned around, she don't want her to get it. Little girl, I say, okay, go back to Freetown. We found we passed through some official, and she was able to get a little girl. And I encourage all those people to go for testimony. And I've now encouraged them from here. You will see most of them again. Yeah. Thank you too. And I come in. You see, the thing where people now know sometimes, okay, with me, I can tell you, say, I'm part of Lofa County now. The two girls that with me here, one Nagbani, one Nagisi. And beside them, I don't make no friend like Liberia here. And I'm expecting where their family is for me to be going there anytime I want to, if they need assistance from me or I need assistance from them to work to them. You think I will marry to somewhere, suppose my woman go there, I will not go there? So, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Witness.
Thank you, Mr. Commissioner.
I will start from one of the questions that Commissioner Boo asked you, and that concerning the eating of hemopain.
Come in.
The eating of hemo meat.
Yeah, I beg you, Honorable Commissioner, you see the jaw, you see the ear, the rackets play all this one, so they say it get little problem, even though I treating it, but it get little problem, so please sir, you must.
Okay.
Okay.
The human meat that you eat, how it look like? It was sweet in your mouth?
You know, open when they say push come to shove, everybody have to do things to rescue their life. It was something, you know, yes, that was meat.
Yeah, right.
Yes, we were eating it, but at that time, everybody was aggravated to go banger. So the taste of it, mainly, I can't tell now.
Was it the first and the last, or it was the beginning?
Well, that was the beginning. That was the beginning. The sacrifice from child status, that was the beginning. Even when we capture a banger, That one, we don't eat it, but right to a martian ground there where they build a concrete something, there was a young girl they put in a hole and left her alive, but I can't recover the place because when we came here, they sent machine there, they gray around the place and bury her there. These are some of the things that I see him eye to eye doing it. Yeah.
You said that you joined NPFL because of Joe administration where Chad Julu, Harrison Piano, and the other were beheaded, were cutting the hair up
In Yikepa.
and you kept her.
And from there again, those set were in a short military trouser. He wore to the carry car, jeep to Lutheran. He himself carried on massacre there. Yes, that encouraged me to join the people to fight against him.
Do you remember the names of some of those people that were killed by Charles Julu and Harrison Piano in Nimba?
In Nima, it happened when the children then were coming from the camp, but I can't recall their name. But all Nimbalian, they are aware about the act.
Do you remember the names of the parents?
Except I go back. Except I go back, then I will do counter check. Because the execution start from in town here, even they went as far with truck, taking people, children, bringing them here, put them in container, dump them in the sea.
The one that happened in Ikepa,
Yeah.
were you physically present?
No, I was in Monrovia here, but when we left from here to go, at that time Ikepa was deserted. All the people did not go as far to Zuatu region, then the place was poor, but we went, we saw the body. I went and saw the body. Yeah.
You said at Berkeley, where you people were arrested and put in a container.
They now arrested me in Berkeley. They carried me in Berkeley. After 3 days, Chastity arrived.
Okay. When they carry you to Berkeley, you said some of your friends who were accused of being fighters for Prince Johnson
Yeah,
were in the containers
yeah,
and they put you there.
yeah.
And after 3 days, Charles Taylor came, they opened. Some of the people who were in the container died.
Yeah.
Do you remember the names of those who died?
We were plenty, oh man. We were plenty, and the thing that was clear vision, most of the Junior Commando, they know about it, like Tanapoli, one Gilbert. Yes, now he's the one I can remember so far.
Tanapoli, the one that died
He late.
in that container.
Yeah.
They call him
Tanapoli.
Tanapoli. And he's a 100 fella. What's the name? The second person.
Come in.
The second person,
I
you said
said
you
I
remember,
I
you remember
can't-
2 persons.
No, I can't recall of them now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you also said that those who survived were 13 in number.
No.
Those who came out from the container in
We
life,
now reach to 13.
they not
We
reached
now
to
reach
13.
to 10.
They not reached to 10.
Yeah. I said we were 13 in the continuum.
Okay. And how many of you survived?
Roughly, I think was about 4.
Do you remember the other 3 names?
Yes.
Can you give her the names?
Because one got away, but now he in Lima there. Then the other guy, they call him Guamo from around Nikwe area there. I mean Bio.
You say what's the name?
Then Emmanuel from Bailey. Yes. There are 3 of them there. From myself, 4 out of the 13.
Yeah, what the second person name?
I said Emmanuel from
No,
Bailey.
that's the third person. You call
Gategbe.
Gategbe.
And Guamo.
Guamo.
Yeah. And Emmanuel.
Do you know whether they are still living? These 3 people still living?
For long, because I'm in and out, I can't sit down here, I'm a businessman.
The Maka Pega. Pega.
Yeah.
You say he was a GO.
OD.
Huh?
Yeah, the DO.
What is GO?
The detail officer who detail officers to go on various assignments.
Or DO?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a DO commander, the detail officer.
You talk about Conway. You talk about one Mr. Conway who
I
called.
said, Superintendent Mr. Conway, during the time the enemy was to Ganta, he's the one called over radio, public radio, not communication, say that the enemy, they are advancing to Bam over air.
You personally heard it.
Huh?
Did you hear it?
I hear it
over radio.
Over radio, KFM.
KFM.
Yes.
Where was he? He was in here in Monrovia?
No, he was in Nima. He called the transfer his voice to KFM.
You think if he comes, you can face him to tell him this?
Can we?
Yeah.
But who born him?
No, because you are
The
saying
man, woman born him, woman born me. Why you think I'm talking to you? I can't talk to him.
No. My question is whether you can do it.
Yes, I can talk to him. Call him, let him come.
Thank you.
I told you there is nothing big on earth beside God. Even when I was to hear Chancellor sit, they flare pool, the defense counsel, Lana, the way you sit down, one policeman, the prosecution counsel, then 2 Lana. So who is be? Everybody born naked, nobody come with clothes. So what I know, I tell you.
You also talk about the killing of Jackson Hebdo.
Yeah.
And you said, who were those that they told you were the ones responsible?
They told me about Paul V, Bullet Patrol, and George Masu. I heard at the front line to Ken Shuffrin through the battalion SO, the late Paul Way, were explaining and which they make most of the Nibalians that don't know we were there, we were confused that day. Yeah.
What about David Doyen, Moses Diopo, Stephen Daniels, Reeves Billy, John Batwa, and so forth?
Also, Wokoga. Yes. You know, Daniel Batwa. You said Daniel Batwa?
No, John Batwa. Daniel Batwa, big brother.
Okay.
Batwa, and Daniel Batwa, big brother.
The
John
execution,
Batwa.
I was not in Berkeley. At that time, I was on my way going to Tapeta, even down to Wokoga. These people, their execution is happening. At that time, Charles Taylor was already in Berkeley. Yeah.
But how did you feel at the time?
I feel embarrassed, and at that time you can't do otherwise, because 1, 2, 3 special forces put together and then report the gate to Charles Taylor, the executing aid. And moreover, my eldest brother then that was executed to Yela Buddha, Jim Marzah and Peter Marzah for their business, including Zagwete, to be friends. Alas, I don't used to go in town fast until when Charles Taylor called for my Lord Justice or for some food.
You talk about one Superman.
Yeah.
That they cut off his head and the hand.
Yeah.
Who was this Superman?
Superman, he was a Liberian from Magibi right here, but in 90, when Anthony McQueen and some other went to escort 4 days to go free term, so these people was the Liberian force turned over to 4 days to go in. So he was there. Most of them was speaking Creole, even down to Tikoko. One other crew boy from Nickel Town here. So all of them were there. You see them no different from Sierra Leone, but they was Liberian. Superman from Magibi here, from Kakata here.
What was the real name?
I'm forgetting a real name. Oh man, I treat with plenty people. Only thing that some of the jovial names I used to. Yeah.
You also talk about Joe Toa, a carrier to Dara, that used to go and or collect the arms.
Joe Toa run so many missions. Even most of the people dead, Joe Toa can't finish from there. Each time, you know, Joe Toa is a smart guy. The execution of John Yomi and Azivi, when I came from Sinje and Hague, I was expecting Joe Toa to bring supply for me to ambush him too. But I found all my weak way. When I come, sometimes I coming from the front, when they give me Lord Justice, when Becco Red be there, I will pass to the hall, I say, Chief, the food plenty, sometimes I give me some, sometimes, you know, anything just to encourage him to come closer. But he was a smart guy, he's a smart guy. He don't used to come around, but I pecked him all kinds of ways, he couldn't come.
By saying that he is smart guy tends to suggest that he is alive.
Yeah, he is alive. He is alive. Some of them rich with the blood money in town here, they talking BB thing, and they know where they are not people to make. It's just a matter that we, the Liberian people, we get big more for nothing. Who is the one then we talk about war for people to feel punished? They don't work. You know, talk to somebody. You can't say you are mechanic for car, you don't get tools, then you mechanic. One the tools now with you, you're not mechanic. So now they are powerless. They will talk in their mouth to low fearful and they will not do nothing.
With what you witnessed between and among Nimbayans themselves,
Who?
I say with what you witnessed and experienced with respect to Nimbayans, killing Nimbayans, like what you talk about Joe Tua, concerning Yomi, Azive, and many people also say that Jackson Hebdo, David Duanya, and all these people.
Come in. You see Yomi, Joe Tua, Azive, and the Duanya, then you're talking about. The time they execute these people, the person that's supposed to talk the true story, the clear story there is Pabla. Because Pabla, Moses Blah.
Oh, okay.
Moses Blah, he was one of those arrested along with the people. You understand? Later, I sent one of my bodyguard, Heavy when he went, he saw Pabla, Moses Blah, in bed office, in slipper laying down in the chair. He said, but it's true, but the director now arrested Moses Blah at the time Charles Taylor was in Ghana. They said that they received an internet document from internet that they should arrest Charles Taylor in Ghana. So Bentu, he just gathered and consult few guys, he say military vibration in the town. That was the time they arrested the people and I was in Sinjay. Yeah. So there was no way to come in town rather than to send somebody to find out the facts.
Were you ever interviewed at the TRC office? Were you ever interviewed at the TRC office?
Here?
Yeah, in Monrovia.
Here?
In Monrovia.
This is my first time coming here.
No, you didn't go to the office?
Here?
Yeah. 9th Street. Did you go there?
That's the people went to me to my farm. At the time I carried some of my business in Africa. But when I got there, they even followed me. They stopped near the bowler. But each time, anywhere they reach, they will say, oh, the papa passed here, but he carried goods to the bowler. So when I heard about them, I decided to follow them. Because I've been requesting to come before TRC since last year.
So you were able to meet them?
Yeah, I came, I met them. Yeah, and even this lost me for the 2 days, 2 nights, even though I have my area then in town here. Yeah.
Do you remember one General Rufus Fasu Kele?
Fasu? I know Fasu. He was with Army Division
of NPFL.
Yeah.
What was your relationship with him?
Fasu used to be a son in Vanyama. At that time, I was not operating Liberia here. I only used to move from Sierra Leone to go to White Flower for arm and ammo. Sometimes when I go, I sleep with them. Daybreak, I cross, I go back to Freetown.
Do you remember at any time when you and Fasu as generals arresting civilians, about 200, and executing
Who?
100
Fasu?
of them. Yeah, you and Fasu.
Who are?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's good we sitting down a day. At the time, Fasu said they were colonel, they were general, they don't come closer to me. You get me? But if Fasu carry on such execution like that, maybe that's what Marzah is talking about, not this one. But what I know of Fasu, they were environment for my business. The assignment we took me there as police commander because I was mandated by Charles Taylor to go and battle and free Forest Sanko, and which I did along with Mosquito. So the how I get to know Fasu and Fasu then, even though with Fasu, Mosquito, the one where used to speak BB English from Zozo, you know, many guys, man. Yes, like Mike Wanden, I know them from Army Division, but they and I never carry on such. When you say, the time they sent me to Guinea from Bekedu, before I attacked Bekedu 3 days, Nobawa 2 days, Kisidugu 5 days, I passed there and get to Kono. My return, Fasu then went to wait for me. I gave him that small British car with the wheel on the right. But in Liberia, yeah, when he asked Fasu Soya or he himself, we now operate together. I'm a Tabra in operation. Yeah, I'm a Tabra in operation.
In your testimony, you talk about one Kama town. Did you recall at any time of any massacre carried on in Kama town? And if so, who was the person who did it?
I told you that was a Sierra Leonean bullet garden that was with me. My wife from Taninahu, one from Foya, but his father is living to Bulahu. So, when I went there, Ben followed me at the time I was to Faunda. When those guys then crossed from Popalamu and to Jubedu, when Ben went there, they carried on the execution. When I reached there that evening, first thing I saw a smoke coming from in the house, feeling burned. I took a backpack and the hall that I was in to get inside, I saw barley, which made me to be afraid a little bit. And I tried a 32-piece grenade that was no response. We have to quick and pass in the time and go to Nyanehun. As far to Vahun to Nyanehun, I was there when Ben sent his small brother baseball. Baseball now know that I was in town. He thought I was my bodyguard. He said, where is ZigZag man said? Before I told that little boy to put a gun down, and he did. From there, I talked to him. He went back to his brother. And what I supposed to take from him, I take from him. And he was no more my man. And he couldn't make it. Alas, he died. Yeah.
Is it true that President Taylor had lions?
Lion?
Yeah.
Yeah, President Taylor was having 2 lions to Tottenham Farm. Yes.
Is it also true that that lion used to be felt with human being?
The lion. The lion. The lion there, you know, the people that were feeding the lion, even the people that were to their horse, when they took off when they brought their echo mate, when Ben came to the EJ Rob Benny, he said, Zig, we had a meeting, and you understand? So now, the way they were looking, the old man said he will die with all. So the best thing, we want for you to go and open the road. And you understand? So, I can't refuse order. I went with my bodyguard there, the OJ, Heavy D, all of them, they are alive. Maybe some of them may be inside here, they are listening. So when we went, I saw the 2 lions there, but at last, concocting one. And you understand? But the lion, it was not something to feed with human being. The lion there, sometimes sheep or cow, they can eat. The people who owns the place, they are there now. Soon you enter the fence where they get our arrow cross, the first saw on your right. Bring sister and her husband at their house. There where I was until when those garden called that car that was into Bokonima. When they ambushed and killed 4 of those guys that were with me, I left in the car here. It carried me in the bush, but things were alright. I get on the road and go back there. Until Satan went the following day, he fell in their ambush to the same place, they killed all of them. I just went, it was manageable to pass there and get to Batala. When I came back, they said the lion was here, no food, the other one now died. So those who were taking care of the lion, I don't know how the butcher ate, I don't know what they will eat. Because my concentration was to open the road, to carry all the weapons that were here. You see? But the player, I feel reluctant, they leave me on our operation. When Charles Taylor left, I hear that they carry him to Nigeria. Then I came to find out from Ben. Ben went and heard from me. I went to Jotua. I couldn't see Jotua. They said, Ben, now go to you over there. That's the time Ben went and killed his own wife and take all her material and one of her bread and took it in plastic and carried to the airport. Along with one of his bodyguards from his home by the name Samson Way and other. Yeah.
Now the war is over, but the memories of the war remain fresh, particularly among the citizens of Nimba. Particularly among the citizens of Nimba. Wait, my question coming. How do you think that a true reconciliation can come about in Nimba and in Liberia for that matter?
Thank you, Honorable Commissioner. With me, I can assure you the whole of Nimba County, I believe no one get war business on a channel. And you understand? Yeah. All the noise where we're hearing and that from intern here. But no Nima citizen, because now some of our brothers today no way to visit their own home. But sitting before you at my own born town, in my own plantation, you see my palm? You see my palm good? To my own farm with the other small children, and most of my children in town here. Are you sure I come in town here? I'm free to go anywhere. But on behalf of Nimba County, I don't believe that people there to think about the war, because everybody basically now fighting for their futures now. More people involved themselves into business. Some people who are now mechanics, some people they doing building, construction. Some people get 4-5 motorbike out of business. You know, like come up Kiju, you take it, you go Africa, you get 2-3 things from there, you money man. I don't think with all that, no. The law is those who carry on clandestine act around their territory or their community. They scare the intern here, some of them already involved themselves in armed robbery. They just want out of the warrior, but they are not warrior, they are just a waste product. When the war comes, they will die. So they just around steady. I don't think Nima County up for war, no. Nima County.
I understand, and I'm not saying that Nimba County want to wage war. But like you said, there are some Nibayans who participated in the war that they can't go home as how you going home and live there and sleep well. So my question is, what do you think can be done so that those who are afraid of going back to Nimba, or those who they are afraid of, that they will come together around round table, or maybe get back together and start keeping big conversations, talk about stories and so forth? How do you think, because the work of the commission is not only to fetch the truth, but also to reconcile. So I'm asking you now, as a major player in the Liberian civil conflict, what do you think that is the way forward of making every Nimbayan feel free, happy, free, secure, to go back to Nimba, visit, or even to reside there permanently?
Okay, thank you, Honorable Commissioner. You know, what I will tell you is that what you do live after you, right? So, those who are afraid, they know what they did, and they know the process they will pass through to meet the family. We all have conscience, and I can assure you from here, I will not rock car. After dropping me to my destiny, I'm going to take motorbike to run all around in the Monrovia. If possible, you will see me from here to go Manhattan to some of my boys. From Corway, I will come and pass here. I go Nimpo Street to some of my friends. Go Buchekwata to some of my friends. Slayway here. Because what you does live after you, so it left with them to reconcile with our people to go home. Because you from home, you come in a capital city to look for money or better thing for your people to enjoy. But what you do there, make you afraid to be here. You know, it's part of life. What you don't live after you, I don't responsible for that. I don't know how they will go there. Because I don't with their family.
Perhaps you have been in Nimba.
I ain't Nimba, but I'm not in all the time. I'm not in all the houses.
Just a minute. In your statement, you said here that as long as you are sitting here, no bullet can come in here.
Sure.
You have that certainty.
I get a feeling and I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got the feeling and you are sure of what you are saying.
Yeah.
Perhaps it is that certainty that gave you the courage to go back to Nimba, because you feel that wherever you are is secure.
Yes, it's secure based upon my character, and through my character, anything I do or does, the law is with me. Yeah.
So, this is why I'm asking. Maybe the other people don't have that.
You know why?
They don't have that.
I come in, Honorable Commissioner, to say, if I were going to know that the lay people, my brother-in-law, were going to be with them, long time till that war finished. Long time. Even the lay people down to Ofori. You ask them, alas, are the one they were checking for some time they reach, so they say ZigZag was here, he passed yesterday, ZigZag was here, until because of what Ben was doing got me angry for we all to come and be in Monrovia here, make the brother then to penetrate. And with all that, I don't pick and choose. The chief of staff, Ofori, he sent a car in Nima to transact one or two business to repose on the Balian boys, and when they took the car and sold it in Africa. Ofori went there, he was afraid to reach to me, but when I heard the boy, I had to go see him and embrace him. He told me a problem. At that time, he gave $100 US to the police to come play police station. So when we went there 2 different times, I told Ofori, I said, relax. They play where they carry the car, we take car from there until they bring the car. I went and arrested their break car there. With the money, you see the Miami judge, they half drunk. I carried the car in my yard. Ofori and myself, we were there until the people went as far as Danile. Bangladeshi then went there. I said, no, you're trying to bring conflict. They say there is peace. This man that citizen from right here, Grand Jide, he sent a car here to do transaction. He said that let chief of staff, you take the car and said it, when walk on your way. So maybe where he is, he may be listening to me. He will respond to that. And even with me, I know, soldier, you don't keep grudge. When battle boss, me a boss, they have to face it and equate to spoil it. And the play where I sitting down, I'm not expecting spoiling thing, and I can't back no one to spoil nothing no more. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too. What song? No, the sound, you know, there's a many way because...
No, I was talking to the people who locate sound. I couldn't talk because you see, I'm sitting in Chairman Voidia's seat. So maybe, you know, he didn't know I was sitting there for permission.
Give me some sound. I wanted to tell the little boy, say, move from there. Let commissioner see something.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, I'm sitting in Commissioner Voidia's seat by virtue of his permission. He asked me, and you see, we commissioners, we got so many things to do, but we got to be here. But as the chair, right now he had to go to attend to some urgent matters for the commission. So he asked me to please close the hearing and to tell you, ask you excuse. But you see, this is his book. I'm sitting in his seat, this is his book. He left some questions that he wanted clarity. So these questions now that I'm asking, they're not my questions. The Commissioner Voidia Chairman question.
But I'm hearing it from you.
And I will be frank to him because I will ask all the questions. They're not my question. The first question. Who is peanut butter? Can you tell us if you know this? Who is peanut butter?
I know peanut butter. I know peanut butter well. Peanut butter is an Ibalian and present now is a GM senator. But
what is his name, his real name?
Adolfo Duro.
Okay. And you know all his question, but most of the question I want just short answer. Who is so this thing?
Wait, you come and ask me short question
Yes.
to give
The
you
first question is who is peanut butter. The second one, although a different part, I can put it. Who or peanut butter? Who is peanut butter? And although that question, why Benjamin Yeten wanted to kill peanut butter?
Peanut butter is a guy. Once you are batterer, he used to buy his own drugs.
His own what? Drugs?
Drugs to cater to soldier when you get heady. Sometimes some people be wounded. But to my surprise, the time Ben asked him about his satellite phone, he said that peanut butter can communicate with both enemy and the government. So he sent a report in. And you understand?
Who sent it in Benjamin Yeten?
Benjamin Yeten.
Okay.
He sent it to Charles Taylor. Before Charles Taylor told him, say, if you don't know what you're doing, that day, I was coming from where Foya. When I came from Foya that evening, Ben called me. But the play he was discussing with all, some of peanut butter boys then were there. So the discussion now finished. He heard that information and John in a buoy for 2 days. He said, why peanut butter come in town to talk about the execution also in Kamatahu. He conniving with enemy.
And who were the enemies then? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Why peanut butter come in town and talk about the death that occurs to Kamatahu, and also why must he take barley from battlefront and carry to Nima for burial?
All right. Thank you. The next one, can you tell us about Operation No Living Thing? You know that thing, Operation No Living Thing.
That's the time they send the operation order to Ben. So Ben, that I don't know my wife's parent, I decided to keep some of the surveillance because the surveillance used to run from in the bush to come to us for their rescue, sometimes for food. So he brought the order, they read it, they say Operation Non-Living Thing. That was the time they carried on this act behind me.
Carry it on to where? What part of Liberia? To where?
Kamatahu in Lofa.
So in Lofa, so what they did, they killed everybody that was there?
I only know about the one that happened in Kamatahu. Those who were rescued by me, that were with me fully, I left them and go to the front line. That's the people I know about their execution. But not everybody in Lofa.
Who carry all the civilians to Fahum? These are questions from Chairman Voidia.
The surveillance then, some were for Army Division, some were for Navy Division, some were for Jungle Fire, because there were 2 different kinds of bodyguard that were with Ben. We was representing his bodyguard, we were to the front, then the immediate bodyguard assigned with him in the town. You know, let me be bold and say this. Ben, he was just a pigeon hunter. He was not somebody that faced battle. Sometimes he moving 2-3 cars with group of men behind him. People see him, he look fearful, but it's nothing. Yes.
What the Marzah Bridge killing?
Huh?
Marzah Bridge. You know anything about the Marzah Bridge killing that was in Bombay Hills there?
No, I told you from 90 that Edward men, that not Marzah, men, special forces were assigned there along with one Alosha Meli. Even they carry on some catering to that place. I don't know but the assigned soldier then that were there, that they the one, I'm calling their name to you. Going in Birmingham, I went along with few of my bodyguard by the name Jeff Dawes, OJ, Motelo. We went and.
Were you there when Roland Duo were there?
The time I was going, Roland was not there. The time I was going, Roland was not there. But all, at time Roland came, move in my presence. Mainly at the front line, there where I was representing. But
can you tell us about how Elmer Glee Johnson died? Elmer Glee Johnson, you know.
Yes, I told you there was certain ambush to Bokestown coming from Buchanan, Bokestown towards Hague here. To Bokestown, one small white car coming from Hague way on your right. There was an ambush, the ambush on white guys and some AFL. And we took the road the same day from Buchanan to stop to Bokestown that day. So he came to find us, he thanked us for he to go for our supply over an hour distance. He fell in ambush behind us. That's how it's happened.
He fell in ambush behind you.
Yeah.
You all were forces of NPFL.
Yes.
And the ambush that Elmer Glee Johnson was supposed to be with you all. NPFL during the early days.
Yes.
So you say he fell in ambush. Who were ambushed with? Who was it? A friendly ambush or was it enemy fire? Come on, tell the truth.
I said AFL. AFL. The same day we left from Buchanan, we took the road march. Those guys then start jumping in the bush from there straight to Bokestown. So when he came, even I told him to pass through the bush road to go and get to FDA compound to go. He said he just from there the road is okay. I said, but chief, those guys then that we and then interacting, most of them now jump in the bush. So the road is not safe yet. And that today we just invade this road. He said he will go. After 1 hour from us, he fell in the AFL ambush. And those who he fell in their ambush, they were attacking, coming towards until we chased them, going to Little Barsa Junction. They went to Little Barsa way. We went, I slept to Little Barsa. Some of them took, they get overseas, they start coming to town. That how can I even discover about Little Barsa?
Did you say that NPFL captured Buchanan on May 19, 1990 on a Saturday?
I can't recall the date, but it happened in 1990.
Continuation of question, Jerome, Chairman Freudia's question. Did you say that Kadiatu Dara was the ATU paymaster.
Yes, and also girlfriend to Charles Taylor, and sending her to go for Lord Justice and things. So at last, the last payment, the money left with her to go buy some weapon and come. The money left with her, but the money they gave her, she went, she never returned until the war over.
You are, as me now interjecting my part. You are in a room, were you the pillar or the booster or the mattress
I'm not
to
a
be
pillar.
sure that Kadiatu Darmi was Charles Taylor's girlfriend?
I'm not the pillar or neither mattress. Any act can tell from your behavior. Any act you do, you carry on loving to somebody, people will know.
Okay.
And you will look so frisky, more over loving to president at the time, you know, so it can be hardly, you know, the thing.
But some of us, we go PO, we loving somebody you will not know. Did you say that PYJ, okay, that's, I guess, Prince Waj Johnson, took over from William Obley when he left for Ivory Coast and announced himself as Battlefront Commander? So in essence, it was, that's what you say, that William Obley was the one who was in charge as the Battlefront Commander, and Prince Waj Johnson just took over from him when Obley left?
Say he just took over. I said, William Obley was selected by Charles Taylor from the training base. According to the reliable sources, William Obley is supposed to be the battle group to enter in Butuo. And you understand? But coming there, he was afraid. He said the place Charles Taylor showed for them to find a gun, no gun there, so he cannot enter. When he went back until Prince Johnson said this thing, when we delay, all the Nibalian will finish through the government.
Okay.
So it will be better when we enter, we will see our brother then to help us to free our country from the government. So when Prince Johnson worked out that modality to come as far to Teatle, there was a time Benjamin then, those people from that side, they said that while William Obley on the ambush behind man, they are preparing become battle group. So when any captain for that matter, when Prince sent in report, they will take the letter from in the envelope and put their own letter there and turn around and told Charles Taylor that the jacket where he's supposed to wear, that iron jacket, Prince Johnson now wear it, and which he never wear nothing like that.
Okay, the question from Chairman Foydia. So Taylor gave military instruction and orders on the front?
Yes, at times he is even to Bannerville Junction here when we were attacking the time Ecomo was coming. He went there for our visit. When we shot those guys, we and Prince then were fighting for him. When Prince ammo finished, the Ecomo then went over the sea before Prince passed Nikrutan in boat to go to them. At the time, Charles Taylor can visit us to the forefront.
So when you say Prince, my question are, we and Prince were fighting Ecomo. So at that time, Prince and your forces became friends to fight Ecomo?
No, that for your question or that you...
So that's my own question come from what you answered just now. You said that's my question. When Ecomo came, Prince Johnson and were fighting Ecomo.
We were attacking Prince Johnson to Freeport.
Okay.
That was the day Charles Taylor went to Gannaville Junction.
Okay.
Prince Johnson was now with us, but he encouraged Ecomos to come for the rescue of Liberia.
Oh, who we were Charles Taylor wanted ECOMOG to come?
No,
Who did we?
Prince Johnson.
Oh,
That
Prince
Johnson empowered ECOMOG to come.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was not Charles Taylor, and even Charles Taylor does not accept ECOMOG to be in this country. He gave order, we attacked ECOMOG 2 different times, we disarmed them all. But that Prince encouraged ECOMOG to come and take assignment here.
Okay.
So at the time we were to Panamville Junction, when he went there, that was the time those guys then left over the sea, they start launching all.
You can, that's my question, you can tell us what year, because you've been giving years, you know what year?
I told you 97, 91, 92, yeah, 92, October, yeah.
92 Octopus. Okay. The Sinje massacre. That's Chairman Freudian's question. Sinje massacre. You know about the Sinje massacre?
Sinje?
Sinje, yeah, I guess. Sinje massacre. Do you know about it?
Sinje?
Yes. Yes or no?
Sinje wedding?
Massacre, that Sinje killing where they kill plenty people. You know?
No.
Okay.
Sinje, you know, up to now, even when I was going to here, I went and spent time to Sinje. Sinje, there was a place, they hosted me there. Even I don't allow no soldier to go in the bush. The security office you see on the road there.
Okay, so you don't know nothing about that massacre?
No.
All right.
No.
Now, do you confirm, because he got it here, foreign forces from Gambia, Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Burkina Faso fought along with you all?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. These are the questions from Chairman Voidia. And just one question before we ask, and then last word and close.
I said Chairman Voidia and you, because when you ask a time, when you remember some, you can put it there for yourself.
No, every question I asked you from Voidia, when it was for me, one question, I said that my question. So Eric, I'm not responsible for these questions that were asked. Chairman Voidia wrote it here.
Yes.
Okay, then Commissioner Umusila is ready to ask you some questions.
Okay.
After she does, we'll close. Oh, excuse me, Umo. One witness, someone in the audience sent me this question to ask you. Someone came.
Why it says I can't see the person?
And
because
you know what? I agree with you. Before I will read it, and that person must stand up. You must be brave enough to stand up. And that's why I believe that one must confront the accuser. So I will read a question, and that person who passes it, they must stand up. If they don't stand up, we disregard the question, because I believe that one must be confronted by her accuser. Someone came up to say, please ask this.
Commissioner?
Yeah.
Are coming. You see, what happening to our brother and son, sister? These are some of the things the armed robber race can finish from here, because some of them, they are only interested of the child.
Let you know the question.
They are only their interest lies in Charles Taylor, and Charles Taylor doing nothing. Anytime Charles Taylor call in the country here, that month you will see armed robbery high. And all these people, some of them, they were not even expecting to sit before them a day. So who all want to talk, let them say from their own mouth.
No.
Let me answer them.
Listen, but we have procedure. Look at me now. Can we ask the question? The person who, for the question got to be asked, because for the person to say what it is. But just like your witness, and these are the Liberians and whoever it is, I will ask the question. Look, I don't think you know what the question is unless you know, and the person will get up. But I got to ask the question. Then they will stand up to say who it is. The letter came to me, and I have a right to ask it.
Please, to read A19 to ask me, I'm willing to answer questions.
All right, you must please
before
answer.
I answer it, let me see the person.
No, but guess what? Excuse me. Many letters come, many people came up here to me. So nobody can put out their hand yet until I read the question and the person will get up. Because many people
Okay.
come to us. The question is, what about SEGENA, Sigena, where he ate human beings? So the person
What?
want to know because we asked, I think I asked you a question.
No,
How many
I
times?
don't know about that.
Anyone who send this question, you want to stand up?
I don't know about that.
Okay, you heard his answer. I don't know about that. Okay, thank you, Madam Commissioner.
You know what happening? To be a big brother now an easy task.
No.
So for that reason, as a big brother in the home, all children need to talk, and while they talking, I let them get on. Let me see their faces and know the person that asking the question.
Okay, but you responded and we saw no answer.
But yes, sir.
Mr. Witness, thank you
Yes,
very
sir.
much.
I come in, Honorable Commissioner. So the answer I gave is not the answer for the person to stand.
You know what? Coward died many times before his death. The villain see his death but once. So I read the question, you answer, you quote, I don't know about that. The person in the audience, that you stand up. Okay, no, please. I'm sorry. If you're not the one, please keep quiet. Excuse me. If you're not the one, please keep quiet. Yes. So, Commissioner Sila.
Mr. Witness,
Yeah, ma'am.
thank you very much for your testimony. I would like to go back to Emma Johnson. You said that he left in an ambush by AFL soldier.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Was he the only person that left in that ambush?
Huh?
Was he the only person that was ambushed?
No, some of our brothers then went with him as the bodyguard. Even two of our soldiers that went along with him to bring some cigarette and some morale booster and liquors and things, they left in the ambush. And those who left in the ambush, those two guys are from all. The other guy, the bullet hit the two legs, but he was able to drag himself in the bush. So when they called that Amon Green Johnson now for in ambush, when we went there, there was a time when he heard our voice. He started calling all. He said, my people AFL then here. Yes.
Now, at the beginning of the testimony, you talked about some of your relatives that were killed during the early period of the war.
Yeah.
Could you call the name of the relatives that were killed or that died as a result of the conflict?
Some are Junior Marzah, Peter Marzah.
One at a time, please, because we're trying to document. Junior Marzah,
Peter Marzah. The sister that was executed in Lutheran here by Doe himself, in his present Doris Marzah.
were you in the Lutheran church that day?
I was in Monrovia here that day.
I mean, present at the Lutheran church.
No. But those who survived from there and came and met us to Hague, because we walked from here, we passed through Division 45, we crossed the road, we walked by land from Division 45 straight to Tapeta.
So your sister's name is what?
Dory.
Doris Marzah.
Yeah.
So you, any other person? Three
No.
person.
That's the one who was executed by Doe
Okay.
to Lutheran Church. Peter, and
How did Peter die?
Peter was executed by Charles Taylor and his special forces. Peter and Junior.
And Junior, but you called Junior first.
Yeah, I said Peter and
Peter
Junior.
and Junior were executed by NPFL.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Because they came along with Copper Tier. City, the late city.
Now you are at the NPFL control area.
Huh?
You were at the NPFL area in NPFL from 1990 up to the end.
Yeah. No, who? Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, can you comment on how the NPFL treated other ECOWAS citizens? Because there were a lot of information as to
Yes. The ECOWAS citizens, they were disarmed. Some were executed by NPFL. Some happened in my presence, even as far to anyway the Liberia business now NASA. So some were executed and they were disarmed, and vehicles were taken away from them and sent them back.
besides the soldiers from ECOWAS, I'm talking about civilians that were in Liberia, for example, the Ghanaians, the Nigerians that were here.
Well, I was not occupying all the front line.
The area that
I
were
only know
assigned.
about what I see and where the battle, but I don't see no foreign guests.
And the commission have been going to all the 15 counties, and we have heard testimony from witnesses in the county in regards to the various warring factions. And some of them call people by names as to their role in a specific area. So I'll be asking you some questions based on those testimony that we, the commissioners, listened to during our hearing proceedings. Now, in Lofa County, so when the Lord Rebel entered, the ZigZag Marzah, he was commander, and then he ordered the execution of 27 civilians. When Lord started to retreat, can you comment on that?
Yes. In 1990, you see, in 1990, I never reached to Lofa County, neither bombing here. You understand? In 1990, from Corway region here to Freeport, now only one time in the night I was able to dress myself a Christian man. I passed through in town here to go shopping halfway before I passed through Rehab to get in the bush and go back to shopping. But in 90, no, I've never visited on this side. I started visiting on this side from 92.
No, not like
No. Just say lately 2000 something like that, when Fodes and Co were in jail.
Actually, the question is not 1990. They say Lloyd Forces. So it was in 2000.
When Lloyd Forces was in Lofa,
Yes. In
I
local
was
country.
going to be a son there. Lloyd will not stand. I will ask the Almighty God for us to meet and do what we're supposed to do. But the time Lloyd was in existence, I was not in Lofa. I was in town here. From here, they sent me to where they call the place, Zui. From Zui, I came back here in 2000, but the law army division was there. After the war was intensifying, when those guys then established base now to Kulahun, that's the town they sent for me. I went to Vahun. From there, they told me for Roland to be to Foya so we can raise Kulahun. But I was not there when the let enter, no.
So what year you were in Lofat? Did you go to Kulahun?
Lad went there, I can't remember the year now, but Lad spent over 3 months in Lofa, in Kulahun. They went as far as to Vahun. And you understand? They went as far as to Vahun before Ben could ask the president to send us there. But I was not there from the starting. The time I went there, I only used to pass through Vanyama to go Sierra Leone. You understand? I only used to pass through Vanyama. Even I was in Sierra Leone when Unimo said close the road. You understand? I was in Sierra Leone, they closed the place, so I was there establishing all until we found weak way, we connect, Unimo move from the way, but since then, left battle and capture more area before they could send me there.
So you went to Lofa, is that correct?
Yes, I went Lofa.
Okay.
I passed through Lofa to go Freetown.
You fought in Lofa. Did you engage Lord in Lofa?
Yes.
Okay. There's a statement from Lofa. It says in 2001, around the Christmas season, Kulahun to be specific, the government troop commanded by you, ZigZag Marzah, indiscriminately killed a lot of civilians with gun and ash, young men as well as women.
You see, you said 2001, eh?
2001.
You know, 2001, I was not here. But you see, most of those NPFL fighters, the judge used to use my name. Some of them called the assessment ZigZag, in sense, because some children then, when they hear the name, they don't let to follow their commander to go to war from. But 2001, I was not here. I was facing battle in Freetown. 2001, 2002, before I came back here. Yes.
And you talk about that ratio at one point in time where human parts, for the 8 men ate the human parts. But we have heard, at the beginning, or when the other commissioners asked you a question about the eating of human parts, you admitted that it happened at one point in time. But we have heard during the county hearing that this was common, especially the heart of human being. Can you comment on that?
No, man. No. Yeah, only the time the man do just dig that sacrifice, but to say it was my habit to eat human being, no.
What about, was it practiced in other battalions in NPFL?
Mainly, Commissioner, I will tell you because I was not expecting today we will be answering questions or we will explain ourselves, so I don't used to check within all the battalions.
Sure.
Yes.
Well, you said you never killed anybody in Lofa, but the same testimony also said that a 12-year-old, between 12 and 15-year-old girl, parts were cut off?
No. No. Look, let me tell you one thing, Honorable Commissioner. The killing you're talking about there,
Especially in Lopa, because they named ZigZag Marzah.
in Lofa County.
Ring of Mullard.
Yeah. The reason why people knows me on that rule, that because of Freetown operation. And you understand? And lately, when Lord Finney established already in Lofa, before a battle against lead. And you understand? But to say I was there, look, anything you do, moreover, to take order into your own hand, no matter how much, just might execute you.
So what part of Lofa you were stationed when you went to Lofa?
Huh?
What part of Lofa you stayed when you were in Lofa?
What part of Lofa I stayed when I was in Lofa?
Yeah.
I stayed in Vahun 1, Foya 2, Vanyama. I used to pass there, but the main place I used to lodge, Foya and Vahun. Yes, but one of my friends was there, but the plane have accident with them to the wrong way. They call him Melway Tuma. So he and myself, our name that Zico. He's the one they assigned there as police commander. Not the other one. Melway Tuma. He was special aid. He had no different from me. This one, they assigned there because most of the security men there, they were not knowing me. Sometimes when I'm moving with the truck with my logistics to go in, they let to check inside. They changed the police commander that was there and assigned Melway Toma there. So at the time they used to call me 505. He was there when he called me, he said Zico. I called him Zico. You see, but more people just used to use my name just for people to be afraid of them. But I was not stationed in Vanyama. No.
Now,
The Fasudan, they were assigned there. They had supposed to ask them about Vanyama business. Even when these people fought in the armed way, they want that taking in drugs now, Momon Jiba. When they carry that whole lot of weapons, they take it from them. I was about to go there, but they don't send me there again. Yeah.
you know, here in Grand Judet, witnesses testified before the commission saying that human beings were dry on dryer. We visited the site and we saw it. And this information also came up in Lofa. What do you know about that?
In Lofa?
Yes. Human beings were placed on dryer. Human
What
parts.
part of Lofa?
To be specific, Kailang. Or Kamatang. Yeah, Kamatang.
No, but the Kamata and now repeat over and over and over. I said there was people who was stopping with me there because of my wife family. I was hunting to get them from that place. Then and he bodyguard them, those Agba boys. They went and executed them behind me, and I reached there. I saw a smoke. One horse was born in the town. So I rushed. I told those boys then to wait. There's a valley behind Kamata when you're coming from on that side, on the right extreme where the coffee farm is. I passed there to enter in the house that I was in. I saw a body there. So I thought that was enemy, but when I tried one grenade, there was no response. And we checked most of the horses. Body was there, they burned it and left the wind home. But when I went the next day, Benjamin sent his small brother called Baseball, including with enforcer then, the king. They saw some of my boys. They said that your man, he want Kona, he packing the people. They say the operation, no living thing. When he continued, the chief will kill him before I called Baseball. And he disarmed himself. I talked to him. From there, I left him because he was Ben's small brother and went back that day. But about dry human being, killing, loafers, I don't talk about facing battle for cross-border to hate somebody or either each other. But to say, I personally go and take people to kill them, I don't do it. I don't do it.
Now, within the NPFL, another person using that same name, ZigZag Marzah?
They plenty. At last, my name was just looking at protection for some people. Sometimes soon they fire right away. Some of them when they call in, ZigZag yo, ZigZag yo. Soon they hear the man around. But at times I can't be there. Yeah.
But do you know their real name besides?
No, hey, what you talking about? That group of people in different tribes, I don't know them.
And what about taking people's property during the course of the conflict? Was there any point in time that you took people money from them or other belongings?
I don't do that. I believe, let me tell you one thing. Up to now, I still need to be protected. I believe that what I'm passing through, there's another man there wishing to do harm to me. And you understand? So I can't go above my oath. That what I show you, I say any example I'm willing. What is my oath? I can't go above it. Yes. By raising people, taking people money. I don't do that. If it was so, then I get some estate then here. Even to mastermind, some people go take people, go boss to bring people bathing material to bathe this. I don't do that. No. I'm not a tech.
You were assigned a Tottenham farm in 2003.
Tottenham farm?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did you at any point in time encounter a businesswoman who had containers, empty containers, who was on her way going to purchase oil, and then you took the money from her, about 15,000 plus, saying that the month she was going to look for information from Lord or for Lord?
To Tottenham farm, I can assure
you had a gate there, is that correct?
I don't have gate there. I don't believe in gates. My war, I don't believe in gates. No. Once I'm battle going, I don't believe in gate. I like to open the corridor for you to be encouraged to come and meet. I don't believe in gate. And you understand? Even some evidence to Batala. You see, my war that I was fighting, I expect people to be around me, and through the surveillance I get information. And mainly, my battle time, I don't sleep in house. You understanding me? So I don't think, people only used to talk when that they hear my voice over BBC. They were not thinking that we come here, so they have something that will satisfy them. But I don't take money from people. No. Even all the weapons that I carry to Sanaye, people talk about disarmament money. I only told some of the boys then that were with me, I say, wait now. Myself, who here, I get my own experience in my head. Why should I go disarm? For that reason, I don't even disarm because I don't rush for money. I don't rush for money. No. My life comes first. Moreover, my children and the people. So, what is 15,000 that time to take it from people? No.
So, during the course of the conflict,
If you say, maybe people use my car to take money from people, because with me down to the car, that it was for the bodyguard, sometimes I walk for 4-5 hours, and I don't love group of people to be around me. The higher men that move away from far down. When you hear me, my unit, you come for deployment. So it was very hard for even enemy to know me in person until when we engage in one another. Down to your TRC people, they went there, say I embraced them, all of those things. They don't know me until I show myself to them. So I'm not somebody who proud or who love money. Even though money is good, but I'm already hoping on something that beneficial to my children, because with me, I get 1 time to born, 1 time to die. So once these people behind me, I get something that I'm hoping on, that they depending on fully.
thank you for that information.
Thank you.
And during the course of the conflict, can you speak to us about how civilians were treated in a controlled area, or some of the violations within your certain knowledge that you know you committed or people under your command committed?
Omar, let me tell you one thing. You move from here, go Gbane town. I go Gbane border there, I will call some of them in to you. Yeah? Some of the soldiers abandon me because, one, I'm concentrating that the way I left from my house, I come here. I know that not everybody satisfaction what I'm saying. So I'm only prepared to come and address you people and go back. So I only concerned about the places then that I will resign and the way I took care of the surveillance then, the Sinje, Foya, Vahun. Unfortunately, the people, I was fighting for them because of my women. Then went and killed them. You know, now Sinje, the commissioner there, and all they can tell you, for that reason, then when my supply comes directly from Charles Taylor, sometimes he intercept it, they say I get go hard. He gave me drugs, I share it with the people in Vahun. I established agriculture, the forest that was sad, the spring feed there. I bred that bush to make garden. Anywhere I resign, make garden in Sinje. I established football team, boys on Jesse. We used to, they go and play football. I go in for a war. I don't allow soldiers to go in no bushes. Yes. So that's how I used to live. And what gave me the brave man to be among the people up to now.
Back to Lopa County, in Vahun. Did you live in Vahun at any point in time?
In Vahun, farming, they used to take the people from there. But when they sent me there, I will up the hill there once. Instead of those guys to enter through the way of Memolang, they enter to the wrong way to come in the town. I'm engaging. They left. So then too, they told me I should come in town to go to Mother Blessing to treat my ear. So I was in town. That's it. One time they went there when I was there and which did not enter. But the other rest of the day, sometimes they take the place, they were in my absence. Yeah.
They took home in your absence. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. But I engaged them there once. We fought there once.
Okay, you fought in home once.
Yes. I was basing there along with Shadrach Seppo, Benjamin Yetan, when the people came from the wrong way, the plain field, the wrong way. That's the time the woman, Edward War was my deputy.
Can you comment on the killing that went on in Valhom around the UN compound?
Huh?
The UN compound in Valhom, there was a killing there.
The killing that went on Valhom, the one that knows about is the UN troops that were arrested from Freetown. They carried them there. At that time, I don't go there yet. But when Ben came, they called me, they say operation. The people that they sent over there, the tomorrow, I say, who then? He said, oh, all the white garden and some black garden from Freetown, Eastern, and bring them. Some of them beating rest and things. So the following day we went. Myself, I saw some of them beating rest, some of those white guys. And Charles Taylor gave instruction that only the black will survive, the white should stay. And I saw some of them, they executing them, but later,
Who executed them?
Ben, he himself was aiming, doing shot shooting.
There were how many in number?
The people, they were men there, but there are very few. He came and present. From there, that same day, CEO sent call. He said that the people did not hate to Kala on the Indian troop. So Ben said I should take short call from the bush there and go and get there. And when I went to, there was no logistics because I went and crossed Mafa. I passed through Bunubu. After logistics finish, when Daniel cheered them, were carrying supplies to Foya so they can bring it to all the made mistake and get down to Kalahun, to the UN place. From there, they came back. We repaired the operation that was from Bunumbu to Kono. After repairing it, some of them went to Cannibal to where CEO Eddie was minister. So the time I returned back, within that 5 days I spent there, most of them were executed. They say they now carry more in time, so they now deported most of them to their very home. Now what I saw there in Vam.
What about the issue of the drying the hemopaths?
No. Anybody talk that one that blind law. I don't see it. I can't say the law, but I don't visit all the front line. But where I pass, nobody try him up being there.
So are you saying that all the time you stay with the NPFL, you never killed anybody, you never looted?
I never loot, but through the fighting, maybe crossfire, may kill some people, but war that hasted something is not the way you and myself sitting down talking, taking our own time to express ourselves. War that something you running at the same time resting, you can't recall all what bullet do. Because bullet doesn't have control. Once you finish release it with your finger.
What do you know about the cattle camp massacre?
Fine. Cattle camp massacre, I know something about it.
Please tell us.
Cattle camp massacre, it was NPFL did that act. And you understand? Cattle camp massacre, it was something when Ben, I was tapping in Smenoti to Monkristan. I was tapping in Smenoti to Monkristan, but one night Ben came. At that time, I was now with Ben, the late Paul Well, the late Zamote Zamo, and myself were operating, engaging Can Shuffling. So that evening, we fall heavy to Can Shuffling, coming from Drew Bridge to clean our Tower Hague. You know, so that day, the following day when I came, the late Poku said, Zig, it would be better you go. Let it give you some ear drop. Don't coming from your ear again. I say, okay. I went back to Smell Note. I went to the clinic to Joe Bruton. From there, I went back to Moncretan. Ben went there. He said, when he came, he said, oh, the operation, I think I got to reach to Jamaica. But ZigZag, you can make it for us to go for operation? He said, I said, Chief, be my ear running, bro, again. You say, okay, same if so, I will go to Jamaica. That very day, that evening, I saw Bullet Patrol, I saw Joe Toa. Some people say Christopher Vamo. At that time, Christopher Vamo, then they were SBU. You understand? Even down to Nathan Gate, then down to Roland, then they were SBU, the 90 business. And you understand? All those Tabra, I saw them that evening. They crossed through Peterstown, Dodostown, they clean, they crossed Ben and get to Jobro Town. They went to me to Monkristan. Bullet Patrol told me, he said, my man, you put water on the fire, it's not easy. You understand? Later, Ben said, that brother operation, I say, how you go? He said, well, the people were there, they were making for the AFL to penetrate. But these people, the manager came, there where we're coming from, I think 60 some more left down. Now how I knows about Cattle operation. And nobody, Monala, Christopher from that time mosquito, then they were small children. Yeah, they were the SBU. So nobody shouldn't lie on AFL or neither any other fashion. That's the people that did it out from NPFL, which they sit down the day are able to tell you. I'm here to say the truth and nothing but truth.
Can you name some of the commanders?
I told you Bullet Patrol, the late Paul V, Benjamin Yetin, well, to say I get your number, I don't count info because most of those things, some of these things, some document there, you know, some picture then there to say I will come and count info. I was going to bring some for you to see it. Yeah. So nobody shouldn't implicate AFL, Black Barrel, this, that, the Black Law. And from there, they went back to Banga. When they went back to Banga, Chastera called Paul Way. Paul Way, the late special forces, where he and myself used to lay down in one gutter. When they sent for all, Paul Way said, oh, Zico here giving problem. Say, but then can't. You understand?
Who's Zico?
I the one. Say the man here giving problem. So Paul Way left from there, he went Banga. He brought instruction people. I will counter check in some of my documents. He brought the operation document. He said, where at that time Ben was now security commander. That was the guy who was intelligence officer, John Masu. He was intelligence commander at the time, the king. But during that operation, John Masu was not there. But when Paul Way was coming out with the paper, they ride in his car, the king. Paul Way said, where the massacre took place, the old man said, anybody else saw that AFL. But from here to pass through Beton Winning's room to get to Jongo Farm, there's a shorter route in the bush here to get to where Chinese people can bury, or when you take bypass to get to Sinahe. You see, all that area when you see people there, you're executing. They brought the document. But at that time, it took me over 1 week before I should go can suffering. And you understand? Whether the order was implemented or not, but I used to see then the patrol until when my hair calmed down. After my hair was getting all right, later we start moving towards the battle. But the massacre that was to Katakan, it was NPFL, headed by Ben, Paul V, the Liberia Patrol, and some other. That when they be here, we talk, they will call their people.
What about the killing of the nuns? Do you know
Where to?
Bannersville area? The 4 Catholic nuns?
No.
During the Operation Octopus time?
The other part time, the person that did that act, he not living again. That was Lemon.
What's the full name of Lemon?
Augustine West, special forces, the nerves. And you talking about the doctor? Huh?
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the Catholic nuns that used to live at Bannersville.
Now what I'm talking about?
Yes, humanitarian workers.
I said that Lemon carried on that execution. That time they were leaving all from Barnaville Estate, they were coming to go to 72nd. But 72nd, after they reached there, the bracket with obstacle, they took the straight road to come to Soul Clinic. That's the time they execute the people and pass on that side and get back to all. They explained it, I heard it, but the man who carried on that operation, he died right here before the barrier here. They call him Lemon, Augustine White, the late. Please let me go in restroom.